the cover-up and the cover-up and the cover-up has got bigger and bigger and bigger. And now you've got the Justice Secretary. So we're clear, the Justice Secretary, Pakistani woman, Shabana Mahmood, Birmingham MP, she come out in an interview where she made reference to there's a reckoning coming. There's a reckoning coming. That's the Justice Secretary of this country. A Labour Party minister sits 2 seats away from Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister. They are desperate to keep a lid on this and hope it'll go away. And they're desperate to try and contain this in such a way where you still believe it's a far-right narrative. And that's probably what I try and bring, is say, okay, we need to look at the perpetrators and the motives. Racially motivated, religiously justified. We need to look at how our multicultural society has failed because we've ignored these crimes because it happened to a demographic of white working class girls, and we thought it's a price worth paying for this fictitious multicultural utopia that we want to promote. That's clearly failed. And I'm a product of multiculturalism, but I look around and it's clearly failed. And then you've sadly got politicians who are neck deep in the cover-up. They were involved. They conspired. I have no hesitation in naming names. In my town, where this started, was a man called Jim McMahon. He was the leader of the council at the time. He now is the local government minister, neck deep in the cover-up. Alongside him, part of his team, was a man called Carl Marsden. Carl Marsden was the head of communications. He managed the narrative with the BBC and contained all the stories. All the emails have been leaked. He celebrated keeping this out of the news. He kept it out of the news with a man called Kevin Fitzpatrick from the BBC, Northwest political correspondent, who agreed to hide it because of his relationship with McMahon and he didn't want his friendship to suffer. It then later transpires that Kevin Fitzpatrick's father, a man called Joe Fitzpatrick, was a senior Labour Party politician himself. Carl Marsden's wife, a woman called Dawn Marsden, who worked at the Oldham Chronicle at the time, who were partners of covering this up, she now works for Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister. This, if you drew strings and put photographs up, you'd see the web and the cover-up. Andy Burnham, King of the North, Greater Manchester Mayor, neck deep in the cover-up. He commissioned what he calls an assurance review to investigate what took place, tried to front it up. We exposed his assurance review as a cover-up. His 2 so-called experts have run away and quit. And he's now backtracked and said his assurance review is limited. At the time, he was saying there's nothing to see here. We've done our job. This is just an industrial scale cover-up of the type this country has never seen before.